Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka AM Morning, aka you know who it is. It's the author of this here book, right here. There's some good stuff. I keep telling and urging everybody to read it. You might want to get on the bandwagon sooner than later. What's going to happen when months now, or years, or however long, where everybody is talking about this book when they do the movie about it? Tyler Perry is already calling and trying to inquire about the contents of this book right here. You know, I'm speaking into existence. Tyler ain't called yet, but I'm throwing it out to the universe already. I'm living not as wanting to be, but I'm living as being. I am. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm doing this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling Tyler Perry calling me. I'm feeling Oprah, Lee Dank. I'm feeling all of those people out there that have or like good scripts will come and get this script right here. It's ready to be turned into not just a movie, but a series. They got so many parts. This could be a big old franchise. You hear me? Not could be, is. Shades of Blue by AM Morning. You might want to tap into that girl's mind and resources. Get some scary stuff out of there too. Because she just don't do drama fictional books. She do cookbooks, children books. She got all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Tyler, Lee, Spike, Jamie Foxx, Queen Latifah, call me, Flavor Unit. That's my girl. UNITY. That's what I'm talking about this morning. I'm tripping this morning. But happy Halloween, pumpkins. Anyway, good morning to my super producer, Molly Moss. Thank you for jumping in, doing what you do. I love you and appreciate you. Good morning to Lee, stepdaddy. That she was the first panelist to come in today. Now she could charge Kiani $250 because he's late. How about that, Kiani? You got to pay Lee this time. Good morning, Lee. What's up? What's going on with you? You can't, Lee. I can't hear you. Let me see. Can I bring her in? Let me see.
Internet sucks right now. You're stuck.
That was me. Down.
Yeah, it's like you're just stuck, like in a Matrix type thing.
Look,
yeah.
All our Matrix.
Yeah. Okay. Now your arms are down.
We good now? You can see me good? I don't know what's up with technology. It's twitching and everything today. But I wanted to get the panel in because I have a serious topic, you know, being Turn Up Tuesday, that I really wanted to turn up and talk to them about. So when the panel come in, it was something that Kiani wanted to talk about. So I'll wait till he get in, before I start going in and giving my advice and opinion on all of that good stuff. Okay. But it's Halloween. I still feel bad about Matthew Perry passing Saturday. That's why I found out he passed Saturday. I didn't find out till yesterday. But yeah. Now, this is my question. Normally, when somebody passed, they let you know what they passed from, right? And they're doing the toxicology on him. Is it because they know he passed from some type of drugs and they don't know what drug he passed from? Is that why? They're going through to find out what it was that actually killed him? I'm wondering, because normally when Black people die, the celebrity, they just boom, had it right there. They die from this, they die from that, they die from this, they die from that. But by them prolonging, they say, we got to do toxicology. Is that their way of saying it was a drug overdose or wasn't? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Sorry for the loss. Like I said, I was one of the few people of my circle that actually watched and enjoyed Friends, So Matthew Perry, family and friends, you have our condolences here from the Morning Mac Show. All righty then. I got some videos set up for y'all. I got some hot topics. I'm trying to wait for Kiani to come in so we can unpack it, because one of the videos that we have to show or talk about the topics is the topic that he felt was a good speaking point, or a topic that he wanted to point out and get more in depth into. I see Lee. Lee, you want to tell everybody how your evening was, how your day was yesterday? How was it, Lee?
I don't see y'all. I don't see y'all.
We see you.
I don't see y'all. All I see is a black screen with it say live in the Morning Mac in the corner. But anyway, go ahead with the story. What we going on with?
No. I was asking you, how was your evening yesterday? Mm-hmm. What'd you do?
Yeah, yesterday I was in the air.
You was in the air, and what else? I don't know what's going on with the system today. Molly, can you bring up of my video? Kiani, you late. I'm gonna go ahead and get the topic started, because it's a doozy what we're going to talk about. I think we having technical difficulties, y'all. It's one of those days. I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to roll with the punches. Good morning, Rodney Beast. How are you? Nobody can hear me today. It's one of those days. Molly, when you get the first the video set up, you can go ahead and roll the video. Good morning, Rodney. Can y'all hear me? You know what? Technology is only as good as the people who make the technology. So of course, there's always
there
some type of.
You still have me backstage. Now you can hear me.
That we need to work out. Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It's all
good. Just technology, the kinks that we always got to work out, the little kinks and everything. And I was asking Lee, and I'm gonna ask you too, how did everything go yesterday? How was you guys' evening?
I was good. We had the podcast yesterday.
I can't understand a word you're saying. Everything is just like scrambled. How was my day today?
Rodney was saying what happened yesterday with the podcast.
There we go, Lee. We got to work on Lee getting that better, getting a better reception on that phone. So everything was good.
Did you pause? Rodney.
All right, I should be working.
Did you pause?
Nah, I'm here.
You said everything went good yesterday with the podcast. And what was the subject yesterday that you guys talked about?
Changing your mindset.
Changing your mind. Look, we all need to talk about that. You know, Miriam Bowser.
Now I'm looking at myself like my eyes red. I gotta take some allergy medicine. My allergies are kicking my ass.
Okay, there go Kiani. There go who's son daughter?
Sundiata.
Oh, Sundiata. All righty.
I'm Kiani's brother.
Hi. Kiani is on. Kiani, you getting deducted. Lee said she showed up before you, so you owe her $250.
Yeah, tell Lee I was still asleep.
Right.
Where she at?
She did, Lee here.
What's going on, Lee? How you doing today?
Okay.
Exactly. You owe me $250. Now it's $500, Lee. Where you at?
She did. Technical difficulties. Rodney was telling us about yesterday. But Kiani, you are here and you brought a special guest on with you today, Sundiata. Am I saying it right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Sundiata. Yes.
Sundiata. Yes. You, Kiani, introduce your brother to the panel.
Everybody, this is my big brother. Get ready to laugh and have a good time. We super close. We always hang out together and talk. We about to get on stage together. Get ready, everybody.
Oh, nice.
So I'm expecting to see y'all out at Martini's next Monday.
I don't know that, but yeah, soon enough.
Okay. All right, Kiani. You get on stage, don't be freezing up either like you be doing on the show.
How was yesterday?
Yesterday went well. It was swell. You know, Lee came out, Earl came out, Carlton was there. Me and Gwen, we had a good time. We made it do what it do. You know, we rolled with the punches that was given. You should have seen Lee. She was in rare form. She had some new jokes for they butt. I can't wait until she do it again. Lee be cracking me up. She came back from Indiana with some good stuff, Kiani. She read. I was like, okay. Okay, she don't want to give it over to the people.
Don't tell me Lee got on stage.
Lee always get on stage. You the only one that got on stage, Kiani.
I'm only bashful in bed.
Ooh. Oh, well, okay then. Oh, Rodney, you hear this?
I hear it.
See that? I'm only bashful in bed. Then I act like I'm a virgin to teach you something. Say what happened?
Okay.
How y'all doing? This morning.
How you doing?
How's everybody doing this morning?
Beautiful Halloween.
You met Keon.
So how was everyone's week? How was everyone's last week? Mine was, oh my goodness, it was beautiful. One of the best days of my life, put it that way.
What happened?
Oh yeah. Are y'all frozen?
No, you be going in and out. You was a
question. We're trying to find out what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh yeah, man, I had a good time. My kid got married to a very, very nice person. Love her to death. And yeah, man. And they dressed me like this is the way they used to see me. They dressed me so damn well. I just made it look good, you know, man. It was a very good experience. I never saw. I didn't. I wanted my. I didn't want to leave her alone, but she got the perfect person, and now I have extra to live for. I'm happy.
All right.
Get me off this big screen, man. I don't need a close up.
All
I'm trying
right.
to.
Lee, it is what it is. Molly, you can set up the first video, the one with Mayor Bowser. Kiani sent me the story yesterday. He wanted to talk about what happened with if I know y'all see sort of news with Mayor Bowser being upset at the judge that released this young carjacking. We all know kids are carjacking left and right, and we all know there's a string of it going around, not just with the men, but with the women as well, the little girls and boys. Everybody out there wilding out, 13, 12-year-old little girls and stuff like that jacking too. So one of these girls was caught multiple times. It wasn't her first offense. And the judge, instead of putting her under secure housing or whatever, they let the young lady go. This particular young lady, the incident happened the other day. She outdid jacking again, but this time they jacked an off-duty police officer, and the child got shot.
Wow.
Now the child wasn't acting like a child. The child was acting like an adult criminal, because you're not supposed to see children hijacking people at gunpoint and all of that. When we think about that, we think about adult criminals, not the babies, not the people that ain't even out of elementary school good, or 12 or 13-year-old, really. And then when stuff befalls or they suffer the consequences of an adult, like, I'm sorry, losing their life, people get all, oh gosh, what can I say? Oh, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. What are y'all take on it? What do you, Rodney? We can start with you since you're at the top of my screen. How do you feel about what Mayor Bowser was saying yesterday, that the young lady shouldn't have been out released? She should have been locked up. And if she was locked up, maybe that would have saved her life. But instead, they released her back. She's back doing the same thing, and short-lived.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. The thing is, but if you out there carjacking, not to say that locking her up is the issue, I still think that we need to have a better way of educating and taking care of, these young kids that are getting themselves into trouble. I really don't know a lot about the story. Unfortunately, I'm not up to speed on it. So I'm anxious to hear all the details. So how old was this young lady?
I think like 12 or 13. Molly,
Yeah, but you can't lock up a 12 or 13-year-old. If you she'll go to Cheltenham or Boys Village, or not Boys Village, whatever.
DC. They had something totally different in DC that's like that. Cheltenham. This was
that's crazy.
I'm trying to.
That is 12. She was 12. She was 12 or 13. She out there carjacking.
There's a whole bunch of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it. I do know about young kids carjacking, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that right off the top of my head. I mean, whether I still believe that it's a certain line of responsibility if you out here in these streets doing crimes like that that there's a chance that you can get shot, you can get killed. I mean, and even it's sad. I don't really have an answer. I'll be honest.
Anyone to lose a life.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have an answer for it. All I can do is pray and hope that my family and my kids don't make decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I'm never in a situation, because I have a pistol. I have my, I have my license and everything like that. I hope I'm never in a situation where a young kid or girl in general, anyone is carjacking me, where I feel I have to defend myself to the point to shoot them. But I decided a long time ago, if somebody does decide to carjack me and they want the car, I'm just going to give it to them because I'd rather give it to them and get a, I'll get the car back or whatever the case may be, than to end somebody's life over something as materialistic as that, And that's something I decided when about a couple months ago, my car got stolen, and when I thought about the fact that it was a 16-year-old boy who stole my car, I was like, I'm glad I didn't catch him, because if I had shot him, I would have felt worse. Then, I ended up getting my car back and everything. So, it ended up working out. It was just a inconvenience, but I feel I would have felt worse if I had shot that young man, other than over something that is simple as my car. And that's just my personal opinion.
Okay. So, Kiani, you want to take the floor? Or do you want me to give it to Sundiata?
I think the first time she need to work at the Savage Yard. She need to work at Savage Yard for 42 days straight. There need to be consequences that make her understand about respect other people things. The second time happens, you need to take 2 fingers. I think we do that African style. Take 2 fingers. Yes. I think, yeah. We have to do something drastically, because it seemed like she didn't get it. When she did carjacking, after that happened, her sister got killed doing the whole ordeal. So not only did she lose her sister, but the judge let her go to let her know, your sister dead. You did carjacking for what? You know what I'm saying? So it's the mayor's fault too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's doing enough. She looking like the rats in DC herself. Instead of acting like a real woman, she acting like a child and a rat mixed in together. And that's another problem. And the police, they act like they don't love connection. They want to flirt all day. So it's sad, you know what I'm saying, that a girl lost her life, you know what I'm saying, a couple of days ago over her sister carjacking. So somebody died, somebody lived, and so that's why the judge let her go.
Both of them. Well, I don't know how good the living is, but I tell you, taste spicy. I'm looking to the viewers. We got Molly, we got William watching. Hey y'all, good morning. The Morning Mac Show. We're talking about, if y'all just tuning in, Turn Up Tuesday. We're talking about the story about the young lady who lost her life from the off-duty cop. She was out there jacking again, and happened to lose, her life. And Mayor Bowser was upset, and she's saying that it was the judge that released her back home, that the judge should have put her in a secure facility. That's what Mayor Bowser was saying, that the judge, okay, it's your choice. What you going to do with this girl? How many chances do you give children? I think the children should suffer the same consequences as an adult, because if that was an adult and they had repeated carjacking, what happened to the 1, 2, 3 strike you out thing? What happened to that? And repeated carjackings, and they released her back out. She did it again, but this time, unfortunately, met the demise of an off-duty officer. And that's sad. That girl's life could have been saved if we would have locked her up, if we would have made her take penance for all the other carjackings and punished her. She might still be alive. Death is the ultimate punishment, consequences to face when you out there. And it's a learning curve. Just because she started out jacking forever don't mean she's going to stay jacking forever. People change. People can change all the time. You better give
Muriel Bowser lashed out at a judge.
Story. Here you go, y'all.
Suspect to go home instead of being sent to juvenile detention. The I-Team and reporter Ted Oberg first looked into this case on Friday. He's back now with us with new information. Ted?
Jim and this is a tragic back and forth over a deadly carjacking incident and the teen suspects allegedly involved. Our work shows the city may not have the room to keep up with this year's pace of juvenile crime in the district. Thursday morning, a teen girl died in this crash in D.C.'s Brentwood neighborhood. According to court testimony, 90 minutes earlier, she and her stepsister were allegedly part of a group who called and then carjacked an Uber driver. A city source confirms both the alleged suspect, now in custody, and her stepsister, who died in the accident, were previously charged. A judge ordered the suspect sent to a shelter home to detention, but not juvenile jail. When space couldn't be found in a secure home after 2 weeks, the judge said she sent the girls home to their parents with a GPS monitor. According to court testimony, 6 days later, the monitor's battery was dead while the young suspect was allegedly committing an armed carjacking. Today, Mayor Bowser expressed her frustration that a judge would allow both young women charged with violent crimes to go back to the community instead of being held in stepped-up secure detention.
And in my opinion, you've been arrested for the 7th time for carjacking. That is where you belong. The judge, however, DYRS does not make that decision. Judges do. And it's the judge's right to say, I prefer shelter. And if I can't get a shelter, then I'm going to send this child home. The child was sent home. The child is now not with us.
While it makes sense to send suspects like these to a secure facility, it's not that easy for the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services. Take a look at today's population at the agency's Youth Service Center, its most secure facility. As of 11:15 this morning, you can see the numbers. The city agency reports 92 juveniles housed there, but it's an 88-bed facility. While there may be some overlap between kids coming in and kids going out, the point is there's not a lot of space there. And as first reported by DC Crime Facts, as they face more and more juvenile arrests in DC this year, the agency's budget was cut $2.3 million this year. Judges, by the way, can't comment on pending cases outside of court. There's another hearing scheduled in this case on November 13th. Jim and Owen?
Just beyond disturbing. All right, Ted Oberg, thanks for digging into this for us.
Wow, y'all heard that. It's a lot. Good morning, Rico. Good morning, Kenny. Kenny, you speak to me this morning. I love you, boo. A slicky woo boo. There you go. Hey, my brother's coming in. Sundiata, what do you think about what you just heard? Hey, Tina. Hey, baby. What do you think about what you just heard? Now we got the full story, right? Is Sundiata with us?
He might have got off real quick, but
you know what? Just watching that brought back memories of my youth. Y'all may have seen the movie. Y'all seen the movie Jersey Drive?
Yeah, always. Yeah, of course. I see every minority movie.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been. It wasn't as large as it was when we were kids, but we had drive-bys, we had carjackings. It was the same. That's why they came up with the club. Now, see, and you can't blame it on the judge or Bowser. You have to blame it on the Constitution, and also you have to blame it on a state constitution. DC don't have a statehood, so they got to go back basically on a Commonwealth. So the only way that they was arresting kids back in the day during the wire subject was because they would use the kids to sell the drugs. They only got that portion fixed in the law for drug use, not for car theft. See, the Constitution and all of our DOJ laws need to be revised. That's the only way we're going to be able to defeat this. I mean, these are adolescents, these are juveniles. You know, so we gotta instead of treating them like adults, we need to teach them to be adults. Locking them up ain't gonna help them. You know, you got California. What do they have? The 88s and 99s and law in Pennsylvania. That the Bloods, the Crips. You got other different gangs that does the same thing, but some of
But Lee, it's so many gangs out there. Like Kenneth said, locking them up don't get to the root of it. This is, you know why a lot of kids hold to the gangs, a lot of them I found out because their home life is the disaster, and they're looking to be loved and taught.
So,
and then you have this gang that say, "Come on in with open arms. We're going to love you. We're going to teach you. We're going to support you, and most of all, we're going to be a family."
Absolutely.
That's how they brainwash a lot of these young kids into doing what they're doing by baiting them with that, because the family structure is torn down, especially in the Black and brown community, worse than it ever been. That's why you got so many more kids out there in these gangs and in these families. That's why you got all these La Familia, La Guerrilla family, the Bloods, the Crips, the Black Mafia family. You know, all of those gangs says at the end, family. That's it. You don't get just
you know,
to be
my travels over this week, even though I've been places, but not lately. But my travels over this week, just to Indiana, and I promise you, it's not just Black and brown people that's going through it. You got white ones too, and definitely Hispanics. They're all going through it. I met one Saturday, 3 young ladies. I promise you, they're from the Hill Have Eyes. Seriously, when I tell you they don't have it, it's an intellectual aptitude to know right from wrong. They know some, but some don't. Some of our kids just don't have it. I can say myself as an adolescent, I didn't have it. I had to learn. I had to evolve. We all get around people that can build us. If those kids stay in their circle, they'll never know. You know, I met someone that said, "Oh no, I've never been out of Indiana, or I've never been out of Tennessee." And all they had to do was cross the street. DC to Maryland, you can cross the street, but they don't realize it. This is the mentality. That's all it is. Someone needs to get these kids and help them versus locking them away.
That may be an overall solution, Lee, but no offense, but I'm not concerned directly about Indiana more so than I'm concerned about right here in the metropolitan area. So you met 3 kids that look like the Hills Have Eyes in Indiana, these 3 little white girls. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the people in our area, the people that we could run into anytime when we walk outside our door. I'm focusing on the DMV now, because Mayor Bowser could care less probably what's happening in the Indiana. That's for their mayor to figure out. We're talking about here, right here, one cube at a time. One. The DMV is trying to search our area right now. Let's get that under control, and maybe that could be the template for the rest of the United States. Kiani, what was you saying? Because Kiani brought this story to me.
I told you first off, as you see, this is her 2nd time, maybe her 4th or 5th.
Number 7.
See, so right there, I told you that her parents don't care. For one, it goes to the parents again. You know your daughter got caught carjacking. Why is she not being punished? For 2, I told y'all, after the whole point is it's more than being scared tactics. It needs to be consequences. Fingers need to be chopped off. Why? She's not going to stop. So when you take fingers, it's understanding that respect other people's things. And that's what happens sometimes. And what else can you do? You can pray all day, but when your finger's missing, you understand, hey, I won't do this again. And I don't want to say that, but guess what? They doing violence. So this is not violence. This right here is respect. That's what happens. You know?
That's
so
capital punishment. That's too extreme, Kiani. You know that.
No, listen to me. Listen, I ain't talking about the 2nd, 3rd time. If this keep happening 4th, 5th time, it's time for see in Africa and other countries. I went to Amsterdam. It's no crime in Amsterdam. You can play miniature golf in jail. It was maybe the police said they had nobody. I said, how many people lock up today? He said nobody. They lit my joint. What I'm trying to say is it's no fear in nobody's heart around here. over there in different countries, you can't. It's no. In Amsterdam, it was no raping. The crime is 0%. It's like 1%. You know, look it up. So what I'm saying is, it need to be harsh treatment. You know, and that's sad to say, but I mean, it works. It really works.
Molly said,
you're absolutely right. There's very little crime in Amsterdam, but damn near everything is legal there.
Lee, wait a minute before you cut me off. I was reading Molly's. Can you hear me?
I apologize.
I'm reading what Molly and the people are saying on the side. Molly's saying that if you lock them up, it's a problem. If you don't lock them up, it's a problem. He said these kids are stealing cars, an accident is happening. Kenny said the people perish with no vision. Kenny said hopeless people do hopeless things. Hopeless people do hopeless things. Kenny said kids, juvenile, need hope. Okay. And that's the Louisa is watching. And that's the last. Okay, now go ahead, Lee, what you were saying. Lee.
Might have lost it.
Okay, Rodney, what you say about the video?
Nah, I mean, you know, I kind of agree with somebody said. You lock them up, you got an issue. You let them out, it's an issue. You know, it's got it. To me, it's just got to be a better way. I don't know that cutting off people's fingers and stuff like that would be the better way, because I feel like then you go down a real slippery slope. Because then there'll be a lot of people that, you know, unfortunately, our criminal justice system is so messed up that there'll be a lot of people that ain't done nothing with no fingers. You know what I'm saying? Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, you know, it could be, it's a slippery slope on that aspect. I do think that there is a better way. I think that, but I think that our criminal system, the whole system needs to be redone from the beginning. And, you know, it just really, to me, makes a difference on how we police, how we take care of these issues. I mean, they said that there was no bed, so where could the judge send them? You know, and then also I do believe
they steady building jails. They steady building a bunch of jails. They could house a criminal right in jail. They're not building enough schools to teach these kids.
But I believe that the parents, if your child is doing a violent crime, I feel like the parents should have to take some type of responsibility for that. Like, there's no way that I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying there's no way that a 13-year-old. Now, you know, I got what, 3 teenagers in my house right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not worried about none of them going out and carjacking nobody. And there's a lot of kids that I'm not worried about that. Now, don't get me wrong, kids make mistakes and they do things, but I tell them all the time that look, if you get locked up, I'm not coming to get you. I'm letting you know that right now. Your ass gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come and save you. I'm not playing Captain Save a dude. You know, and the other thing is, when you go out, you represent me, and I expect for you to represent me in a certain manner. Like they went to a party this weekend, and I told my niece and my daughter, I was like, look, you know, I told my niece in front of each other, I said, don't let him pull you into no shit, and you don't pull him into no shit. And both of y'all came together, y'all leave together, and make sure that, you know, you take care of each other. And I don't expect to see, you know, you on YouTube fighting. I was talking to my nephew, and I don't expect to see you on World Star twerking. And I was talking to my daughter, like, yo, you got to be honest with these kids and up front, and not afraid to have those tough conversations with them and tell them what is expectations here. Like, a lot of these kids don't have that parental thing, and I can understand that too. But it's still got to be some level, when you're talking about a 12 and 13-year-old, there's got to be some level of responsibility to the parents.
Well, see, as you noticed, I made 3 suggestions. I said, first, she got caught. Okay, she goes to the Savage Yard, go to the work at a Savage Yard. You know what I'm saying? Work at a mechanic shop. But guess what? She did it again. So once again, the fingers come off because guess what? They gonna keep doing it. But see, I ain't saying take the fingers, but we need to say, hey, guess what? Amputation, doctor, come and look at your fingers. Next time you do, you might be amputated. I ain't saying to do it, but the doctor need to come in and say, guess what? Time for consultation.
No,
you know,
Kiani. But I do agree with one thing that you said wholeheartedly. Let me read the comments and then I'm gonna tell you what you said that it makes good sense. The comments is let me see. Okay, let me go back to Kenneth. Kenneth said the wholesome vision. What wholesome vision do they have? That's what Kenny said. Rico is watching. Hey, Rico, Louisa Harrell, and others. Molly said that judge gave her a second chance. It was her 7th chance, Molly. Gave her a second chance, and she messed up again for the last time. You're right. It ended up dead in the grave. Louisa said, that's why I tell my children, get locked up. You're going to stay there. We tell our children. Latoya Gray is watching. Hey, Latoya, come out and see me November the 5th. All at your house. Yay! Just call my name. Look, I had to throw that out there. But this is what I wanted to say that make perfectly sense. And this is something that the government needs to adhere to and jump onto this. When we need to give these kids some type of punishment. Now, we know, like Kiani said, the salvage yard, street pickup, road work, put these children to work, labor. You don't want to work. You don't want to go to school. You want to steal vehicles. So we're going to put your butt to work. Idle hands is the devil workshop. Make these children start working. Like you said, look at the world needs to be cleaned up, picked up all this trash. What? Your little 13 and 12-year-old and 14-year-old carjacking butt will be out there just like they used to do on the chain gang, picking up the stuff, making it responsible like that. Like you said, working at a salvage yard.
Yes.
Responsible like that.
I agree with that. That's a great idea.
Feeding the homeless, helping clean shelters, help clean school. I mean, all of this work around here in our community that we need, make them jokers start doing it.
And I went
doing it.
My brother stayed in Oregon and it's called Measure 11th. Measure 11 means you cannot fight. If you fight, you go to jail for automatically 5 years. So Oregon ain't really no fights. There's some shootings, but ain't no fighting. But Amsterdam taught me that crime is no crime. You know what I'm saying? So when I went over and seen that, and I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what we need over here. You need that real.
Again, go back to Amsterdam. Why was there not any crime in Amsterdam?
Because the punishment is so severe. You know what I'm saying? It's, if you rape somebody, you get like 80 years or something. So it's like, different countries, like they don't play that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't play none of that. Right. Nothing at all.
Yes. Some countries, they will whoop you in front of the whole community. Public flogging, they used to call it. A humiliation, display of humiliation in front of everybody. Everybody know what you did, and you get punished in front of everybody. Could you imagine the kids nowadays? You get them up there, hold them up, sort of like they did us in slavery time, and publicly discipline them. Could you imagine? On social media, could you imagine if they had harsh practice like that?
Well, first off, carjacking, it's scary. I mean, your heart can explode, for one. You scared out your mind. Somebody can die. It's so much. Yeah, I mean, my sister got carjacked. I mean, you just saw her face. She was shaking so bad that we couldn't calm her down for like 20, 30 minutes. I mean, she was just out of it, and like I said, not only that, she had PTSD from it. You know what I'm saying? So she's fearful to go to the gas station, get gas now because it happened at the gas station. So, that's what I'm saying. There need to be some harsh punishment. I ain't saying kill nobody. I'm just saying the doctor need to come in and say, guess what? Amputation is coming next time you do this. I mean, what else can we do? I mean, like I said, you can pray over them. You can rebuke the demon. You can do all the good things, what you're supposed to be done. But guess what? If that doesn't work, well, guess what? Doctor come in with amputation.
come in with the markers and mark you up and see what we gonna do.
Not them. Why don't you mark the parents up first? Why don't
Okay,
you amputate the parents first? You talk about amputating the kids. Why don't you
I am.
get the
See what.
parents first before you get to the kids?
Well,
Tell
the
the
first thing
parents,
that's
your
true.
child. That's fair.
That's fair. I mean, it was the parents' fault because once again, the monitor wasn't working, and then what was the parents doing anyway? First of all,
The battery one did.
she had too much time on her hands. Way too much time on her hands. And who taught
her? How did the girl know the battery one did? They probably took them batteries out because you could take an ankle monitor out. My badass cousin used to be able to get in and out of his device and then go out and hustle and sell his drug, do what he do, and come back and not get caught. They got it. They don't need those ankle devices. They can sit in the house and still do dirt. What they need is to be out there working. What they need to be had an ankle monitor on the chain gang, not chain gang, but while they out there fixing the roads, picking up the forest, and doing whatever, working in the shipyard, doing whatever. And if they go outside the perimeter to get zapped, they get your butt back over there. Some more paper and trash to be picking up. You start doing the stuff like that. They want to tear up the community, make them fix the community up. That's what I'm saying. All that idle time. What was that? What's that? They got too much time in between. And then the parents need to be held responsible to a degree because let's be honest, some of these children got good ass parents, but they still refuse to run and cling to the street. What do you do then?
What do you do then?
So it ain't always the parents. It's after you get 12. Look, even the Bible said after 12 you're accountable for your own sins, right? Kenny, is that right? And when are you accountable for your sins? When does you not be a child no more? And Maryland is so messed up that boy that was calling in last week, I was telling y'all he was calling in all of these bomb threats. He said, "Oh, I knew wasn't going to happen to me because Maryland law says anybody under 13, which means if you were under 13, you 12, you can't be held responsible or accountable. Won't nothing happen to you." I think they need to revamp those laws.
So your parents should be accountable.
The parents should be held accountable anyway.
100%.
Until you grown or until you not their responsibility no more. And if they become a ward of the state, they need to be out there cleaning up them roads. They need to be out there I keep saying roads because all this trash, all this litter, put them on the back of the trash truck, take them to the dumps and let them recycle stuff. They want to jack cars, take the plastic, put the plastic in that bin, put the bottles in that bin. Help them, make them help the community.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. I think that's a great idea, 100%.
Clean buses. Clean up all school buses.
Trust me, it's a lot to clean in DC. It's a lot. So you can go and help clean up your neighborhood. Like, clean up that area wherever you're living in to have pride in where you're staying. That you're not going to go out here and terrorize your neighborhood. You're actually going to be, someone that is productive in trying to make a change. And I believe what you said also is that these kids got too much time. There's not somebody there who's pushing them in the right direction. They just go do whatever they want to do out in these streets, which is, carjacking or selling drugs or whatever the case may be, whatever, they think is the cool thing to do for this week. And I mean, it's sad. But I'd also, like I said, Amsterdam, we was talking about Amsterdam and how strict their laws are, which I do agree. We should have tougher laws. But also their policing is different over there. Their policing is reformed where they don't have domestic or police brutality cases. You know what I'm saying? Because the police there have a different mindset that they're here to protect the people, and I feel like a lot of the police here believe that the people are the problem. Like they look at everybody as a criminal. And when they're in the streets, and especially in specific neighborhoods and stuff like that, the police look at everybody as if they're trying to do wrong when it's, you know, they believe it's them against us, opposed to in Amsterdam, the police believe they're there to help and serve, not
that's true.
Against the people. You know, they don't look at everybody in any neighborhood. They have that reform there, and they've changed a lot of the things that they're doing there. And they you know, I've read articles and stuff about the police department that they don't waste their time, you know, arguing about bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're there to take care, serve, and deal with real issues, not trying to arrest somebody just because they don't like the way they was talked to. Not trying to arrest somebody just because they don't feel that they were respected. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't, you know, they're more concerned about taking care of the real issues in the neighborhood. And unfortunately, like I said, I believe that our police department in the United States, when you get into specific neighborhoods, they look at everybody they see as an enemy and as a potential person. And if they're disrespected in any way, they feel like they have to assert their authority. And to me, that's a lot of the issue. So we got to start there as well too.
Good morning, Bubakal. Bubakal joined with us in the discussion. Did you hear what the topic was, Bubakal?
No.
We were talking about
what
Mary Bowser. With Mary Bowser, I don't know if you've seen it on the news or not. And Kiani, where is Cindyada? Get him back in here too. I wanted to hear from him. Send the link back to your brother. Tell him to get on here and voice his opinion. We need the men to stand up and take back the community. Come on, man. Do what y'all supposed to do, lead. And which is lead. Bubakal, the question was, Mary Bowser was upset that the judge let that girl go for the carjacking offense. She done carjacked somebody 7 different times. The judge let her go, and then she was out there carjacking again and got killed by an off-duty cop. Mary Bowser was saying that it was the judge's fault for letting her go. Instead of putting her in a secure facility, they released her back to her parents. With an ankle monitor now, but for some reason, the batteries wasn't dead in that ankle monitor, and she's back out there in the streets. And we lost the Bubakal again. Let me read what Molly said, because Molly bring up a good point. He said, if your dog bites someone, you get punished for it, okay? He said, should the same type of fine or fee? If your child do the same, like a speeding ticket. Well, you know, Molly, if somebody's dog get bit and they proven that the dog is a violent or vicious dog, they put those animals down. After they find you, you are responsible. If your dog bites somebody, you are responsible for the person's medical bills. And yeah, you can get a fine as well. And if they find that your dog is too vicious, the ASPCA will put that animal down. So you can lose your dog. And we can't do that with our children. We can't say that my child keep jacking. The parents get a fine. Child go out there and keep jacking. If she keep jacking, we're gonna put her down. We can't do that. Yeah, even though a long time ago, if your children was bad on the ruling, they used to take them to the village and stone them to death. But we can't do that with our kids. That's like Kiani said, cutting off fingers.
Well, no, hold on. Yeah, that's true. I did say that, but I said after the 7th, 8th carjacking, if you're going too far with it now, you don't want to stop. Well, guess what? We can help you stop. We can help you.
1, 2, 3 strikes you out. 3 strikes, you lose a finger.
Well, yeah, well,
and you lose the top part of one of your fingers.
I think first
you lose more of your finger.
I said first. No, I said first. She need the real community service. Like I said, the Savage Yard. That's one. Second, the parents and the kid need to be in classes. I think that's important. I think 3 times a week from 6 to 8:30, you need to be some parenting classes. And then the consequences of the doctor coming in to do the consultation. But I think that it's important.
Surgeries. Who gonna pay for them operations?
I talked to Kenneth about that. I think that the nonprofit, we got to figure out how we can get that in there. But no, seriously, I think it need to be some parenting classes. I think that's very important. If your kids get in trouble, I think the parents and kids go to parenting classes. That's first, and then some real community service where they have to actually work for what they did. You know what I'm saying? If they stole from the 7-Eleven, well, they got to clean outside the 7-Eleven with the power washer and the squeegee for the windows. You know, sweep the floor. I mean, all that good stuff. Make it look like a real store.
Put them in military school.
Now that's good too. Now see, that's the same thing I'm saying. The discipline, yes. Military school, you're right. If you gonna be a real killer, you go to war. You can go and go to war and go ahead and put them on the ship. They would need to be Navy. They need to be in the Navy or Army or I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of ways to use that energy somewhere else.
They definitely make like they make the military go through boot camp, military school, boot camp. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The parents also need guidance. So the parents also need parenting classes. That classes and interact with your kid, stuff like that. Because people don't know the kid favorite color, favorite food. They don't know nothing about the kids. I mean, and we need to know about our kids. What's going on?
Got a rack of kids that they have to work hard for to keep a roof over their heads. And some people work two jobs, 2 or 3 jobs to feed their family, single parent household, sometimes double parent household. And they're out there working to keep the roof over their head so their child can have what they need and some of what they want. So and then while they out there, they wrong friends. Bad association spoils good habits. The bad kids. Come on, Reese. Come with me down there because I've been in those situations, but I was smart enough to say hell no. Booba Kyle Lee, y'all back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. For how long? I don't know. My internet sucks. But back to what I was trying to say is that it's the laws that makes those judges make these decisions. That's the bottom line. I mean, certain sections of our FARs and of the criminal justice system, they only was at the young boys that were selling drugs. They improvised on that. They made sure that they made it where they could put those little boys in jail for selling drugs. But they didn't do anything for the carjackings. They didn't think that was going to be that big. It should have been an overall picture. But at the same time, if we give these kids something to do, like through COVID, parents had to get off on work. You're outdoors. These kids could have been out manicuring the streets, and the city could have been paying for it. The state could have been paying for it. So yeah, I agree with they should have been working. I said that a long time ago. Because I know Alexandria looked like it had COVID. It had trees growing out the sidewalks. Say shit. Kids could have came out weed eating.
The kids
we're not in a position to fix it.
We could make them.
And the only thing we do is, we can criticize and talk about it, but we don't do anything.
Another solution, we could make them farm. Make them start growing food to feed the neighborhood and stuff. We need to put the kids to work.
Yeah, but you got this. You got to look at the parents though. Yeah, but look at the parents though. Some of the parents are so far out there. If they're not always working from home or whatever they're doing,
then those are the parents that get dealt with accordingly. I mean, because clearly, like I said, what makes a child run to the street is the lack of love at home. Plain and simple. If there's no love in that house, if there's no love in that home, it makes it that much easier for the child to go out there and get involved in the streets. And that's what we don't want. We need to love up on our children. We need to be there, open arms. Like I said, community is gone because we don't look out for each other no more. There will be a time that if I wasn't loving up on my child, I'm loving up on somebody else's child. We loved each other's children because we know our children play together, that they're a community. And that's why we looked out for other people's kids as well as our own, because we would want somebody to do the same for theirs. Like my son, when they was coming, like I'm gonna give you a what if. I don't even know these kids in the community, but these little girls was out there, and we was coming. They had some chicken. She was like, "Oh," I wish I had some chicken." And I heard the girl. I turned around. And I said, "You hungry, baby? You want something to eat?" Boom! Them 3 girls came in, fed them, treat them like they was my own. Building a relationship rapport with them. And don't you know, every time they saw me, "Hi, Miss Reese, how you?" It was totally different because I showed them a random act of kindness. I showed them baby some love. There wasn't none of my kids, but I showed somebody else kid love. Wherever love is lacking, fill that gap. Wherever the love is lacking, Lee, if I'm not around and you see my child and they in need of love or whatever, love upon my child. That's what we got to do.
Amen.
To save them fingers, because Kiani.
During my day, we had there's an old lady on the corner of where I lived when I was growing up. Her name was Miss Irene. Miss Irene had a pecan tree and she had an apple tree. And on certain days, I would have to go down there and I'd have to rake her front yard or her backyard for the pecans and pick apples. My reward was either an apple or a bag of pecans. Once she gave me a nickel. But I was on my way home from school and I was running. And on that cobblestone, those rock streets, they tell us don't run because you'll fall. Well, I wasn't going to fall, but this lady saw me running and she was sitting on her porch. And this is how a village raised children, okay? She was already upset with my grandmother. So she took it out on me with that damn whip she had on her porch. And she hit me in the middle of the street, stop running.
That's when they take it too far.
And I went down. It's funny now because
that ain't showing you no love. She mad at your grandma.
Yeah.
Taking out on you. That ain't love.
Wait a minute. It wasn't. So I went down to my grandma and I told her, Miss Irene hit me with, did she hit you for a reason? She said I was running. I said, I really wasn't running. I was skipping, jogging. She said you was running. So she goes down there to Miss Irene and she gives her, and said the only way, because I said, "Oh, lady, don't you hit me no more." I was disrespectful. I'm not supposed to talk that way to grown-ups. So I had to go pick her apples and shit for free. We can't do these kids this way no more. It's not that simple. But you're looking at some of the parents are strung out on drugs. If the kid is out there doing something, the parents is going to get something out of it. Some kids, they don't tell it. You don't see it. And some kids you do. And some of the parents is like, well, how much you made last night? If you did it, how much you got? Give it here. Damn, you made a lot of money. Go and get some more. So who are you chastising? The parents or the kids? We had scared straight. We don't have any of that no more. The kids ain't scared of nobody. When I was wearing a patch on my eye, kid told me he was going to whip my ass and take my patch.
Kenneth said, I'm using spare the rod, spoil the child. Folks using extension cords, and I know that uses bricks on the children. That's abuse. I ain't talking about nobody that's abusing or hurting nobody, children or adult. That's abuse. And they take it to the next level. I don't care. We missing out on spiritual foundation. and year-round employment, civic engagement. So Kenny talking about year-round employment, civic engagement. Michael say, real talk, parents are part of the problems. Some parents are. Yep, most of the parents are. See, and that's where these other people, need to come in and step in and give them kids some love. And then we can go back and yank the parents up. But if I see a child doing something, I give that child some love. Or if I experience, like I said, like them 3 girls, for example, I showed them love and a random act of kindness. And it can change your part, because like I said, all these kids want to be is to be a part of something. That's why it's a ring. It's a big group of them. And get the ringleader. The ringleader is probably some adult that's at the top, some puppet master telling these kids, you do this, you do that, you make it up in this family, or you do this in this family, you do this and do that. And the kids want to belong so bad that they're not thinking. They're not thinking, oh, I can die and get killed by this car. They thinking, yeah, I can do the Uber drive, I can jack the car, and I can bring it back just like Damien want me to. They're not thinking about that, like, because if they were thinking, if you do this, these are the consequences, you can go get killed. They ain't thinking on that. They're not thinking. And Kiani, that's why I say it's harsh for them to lose fingers for bad decisions, or being, some of these kids are even bullied in that situation. I don't want to do it, but if I got to stay in this club, I got to do it. You know, if I want to stay in this family, I got to do it. Sometimes some kids get treated better in the streets than they do in their own family. That's why I'm saying the love is gone. And Kenny, you talk about spirituality. Love is spirituality. God is love. Love is God. We need to exercise love more, but we so quick to wrath and hate on the kids, on each other. That's how the kids learn. They see the adults doing. What the adults doing. What are they teaching us? How are they making us feel? I feel unsafe. I feel unloved. But here come Petey Wheatstraw up there. They got a whole gang where all of them hang out together. They have a good time. They feel safe. There's a gang of them. They safety in numbers, and they feel love. I had to talk to him, man.
Well, the spiritual guidance is important. That's why I said the parenting classes, and that consists of love, peace, and happiness. And I told you, respecting other people's things. But when you don't learn your lesson and you still want to be bad, super no listen, well, that's where the doctor come in. And I know gonna be a lot of people missing fingers or missing arms, but guess what? You know what you did was wrong repeatedly. I mean, what do you do to the rapist? What do you do to the child molesters? I mean, on some real stuff. I mean, you just,
they get jail time. They don't see the yard enough, and they get brick wall punishment.
Yeah, but guess what?
Why you get brick wall punishment? Then let them have it. Let them go to jail with the regular people. Then, if they want to act like adults, put them in adult jail right along with them. This is what you want to do? This is what you want? This is what you want to do? You want to be in there with them? Hardcore. We used to have a program called Scared Straight, where we would take their butts. They want to be bad. They want to go to jail. Put them in the jail. Let them really know what it's like. That's what it's not. Boys Village, not sugar, honey, iced tea. Don't sugarcoat it. Put their ass into tough labor. Speaking of toughness, the First Church of Glenarden, Pastor Jenkins, from 10 to 1 p.m. today, they doing a gun drive. Every gun you turn in, they give you gift cards for, money for. You get money. A pistol, $75, shotgun, $100, semi-automatic weapon, $150. So all of y'all, they got these guns. Go and turn them in, get y'all some money. So y'all ain't gotta jack nobody. You ain't gotta call an Uber driver to jack them for their car. You can actually call an Uber and pay for it instead of trying to take all these guns off the street, turn them in. They get monetary value. They ain't asking no questions. You turn in the gun, you get the money. Hell, if I had some guns, I turn it in to get some money. If I knew what some guns was, turn it in to get some money. That's the real trick or treat. Happy Halloween, y'all. That's the real trick. Turn them guns in to get some money. Shoot. Turn them burners in. They ain't asking no names, no questions either. I wish I had a bag of guns at this time. Right about now. If I had a bag of guns, yes. Turn them jokers in. About semi-automatic, I don't know how much they go for on the street, but hey, no ask, no questions. Hey, that's a good way of dumping a lot of guns that got bodies on. Y'all ever think about that? They ain't asking questions of it, they just taking the guns. That's a good way to get rid of a lot of weapons. I shouldn't say that, should I? Because they might be saying, oh, yep, I got all these guns got bodies on them. Turn them in, get rid of them. You ain't got them no more. They ain't got, Pastor Jenkins got them now. He got them bodies on the gun. I'm just saying. Turn it in. Get them guns off the streets. Kiani, we coming to the close, the end of the show. What you got to say, baby?
God is good, everybody. I love you. Have a wonderful, great day. Stay happy. And you can call me if you want to talk. 202-701-4295. The company is Edible Bongs. And appreciative of everybody as part of this show.
Okay. And Mike, let me read these last comments. Okay. Hey, Big Nut. Hey, Michael. Hey. Kenneth said, youth get into trouble because they are looking for love and attention. That's what I was saying. That is why they get into trouble. And that's what I was saying? Exactly. Okay. Molly said, they're going to be looking people up. They're going to be locking people up. No, they said turn it in, they're going to get their money. It says, Kenneth, you got the consistent with trying to make difference. You can't show up for weekends and think things are going to change. I demonstrate being consistent at a high level. That's a good one. Yes, Mike. You do have to be consistent. You're right. It ain't gonna happen over. That's just like parenting. You just can't parent 1 or 2 days and be like, okay, I'm done. No, you have to be a consistent level of being there. They say the weekend dads, the weekend fathers. You got to be consistent. Love should be consistent. We shouldn't be shabby on love. One day I love you, one day I don't. One day I love you. We know people and their emotions go up and down, but love should be even killed. A random act of kindness should be even killed. Even when you're not feeling well, when you do something for somebody else, it makes you feel better. Be consistent with it. Loving up on them, give them attention, and be consistent with it and firm, because we can't be soft and weak. One day we can, and that goes back what you said, Big Nut, about being consistent. If you hard on them 1 week, they do the same thing, and you soft, you can't. You got to be consistent with them, consistent with that punishment, consistent with that love. Consistency is one of the keys. One of them, many. Be in the trenches for change 365 days, including holidays. Is it 365? That is including holidays, Kenny. 365 is included on the calendar with the days. They don't take the holidays out. That's how many days in a year. Now, how many? But 10, 12 days, them days, it says happen to be holidays. So 365 is 24/7. All year. Just 24/7, period. All right. People, I'm gonna say this again. I know that she keeps saying why. I'm asking everybody if they haven't already gotten their ticket for November the 5th to go ahead and get their ticket. Now, a lot of people's like, oh, Reese, you got me, get it free. You will break your neck to pay money for them Cat Williams tickets, right? Cat Williams don't even know you. But you'll pay money for his tickets. Not saying nothing bad on Cat. I love Cat. But you won't support your local person that you know. You won't support the actual person that talks to you every day. You won't support the person that's actually in your face. I got to go to another state to get some love from my people right here. Shouldn't it start right here at home, Kiani? Shouldn't the love start right here?
Love should start right here at home.
I'm not big as Cat Williams. No, Dave Carter not big as Cat Williams. That's why our tickets is only $20. But what we saying, give us that same love and support that you would give a stranger. See, this is where the love come in at. You know, the love being consistent with the love. If you're going to love me today, you're not going to love me on Sunday. You know, and it's a good time, good entertainment. And if you could get out there, I understand people can't get out there, transportation, all that. But I'm talking about those who can. Those who go all over the place. You can't go to Arlington to see me support somebody you actually know and that love you, because I love everybody I come across. Even those the ones that don't like me. I don't like you, Reese, but I still love you. That's the shine. That's it right there. That's the glow. That make you glow, the love and you sharing somebody else. You know. November the 5th, Arlington Draft House. There's a few seats left.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting
black owned. Mike said that's the true system. Support your black owned, and then when you then respect them too. Exactly, support the black owned. You get your Cat Williams tickets. You can get your Dave Chappelle tickets. You can come and get a ticket to see Dave Carter and Reese Cup. Arlington Draft House, November the 5th, y'all. This book right here, Shades of Blue. Black author trying to tell the story. And this story in this book, you might know. Bubba back.
Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.